When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous. Woke up feeling dangerous. Woke up feeling dangerous. Okay. Woke up feeling dangerous. Woke up feeling dangerous.
Yo. What is up, man? How you doing?
I'm fucking good, dude. That was a fun one.
Yeah, tell me what's going on in your head right now.
Dude, I'm saying fucking let's trade up and fucking get Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, dude. How the fuck did he fail a drug test or something?
Not that I've read. I don't know what exactly is making him fall. I mean, I see Jabril Peppers in this kid. I really do. And
I like that comparison.
We kind of thought Jabril Peppers was going to fall.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but we picked him at 22, I believe. And so he didn't fall like JOK is falling. Man, this kid is falling and falling deep.
Well, Peppers had a failed drug test at the combine, though. That was the reasoning for his fall.
But he didn't fall. He didn't really fall.
Yeah, no, you're right. He went right around where you had kind of expected him.
I would say so. The only thing I remember about drafting Peppers was people were saying they just didn't know exactly where he fit in. And so they didn't know if he was going to go, to us or to somebody else,
Well, dude, it's a bummer with him, too, because, he was a tough, fit, you know what I mean, with the Greg Williams defense we had. But this defense, I think,
would be amazing, dude. I miss Jabril Peppers so much.
Bro,
let's not dwell on the past.
No.
Let's move forward, man. We got another secondary tool this offseason. Tell me, what do you think of Gregory Newsome II?
I mean, I'm not shocked at all. I really you know what I mean? This has been a guy that's been on both of our radars. You know what I mean? It seemed like a very big possibility that this was going to be the guy, especially if he was there. He fills a huge, important position, a position of need. But no, I'm happy about it. I mean, obviously, I felt like if we took JOK at 26, I'd probably been more excited. You know what I mean? Even though, you know what I mean? Maybe not as big of a need, maybe not as valuable position. But I'm fucking thrilled, dude. I'm fucking thrilled, man. I'm so happy. I started getting nervous there at the end because a lot of guys that I liked started to fucking go.
Yeah, and let me go there first. When Indianapolis was on the clock, I kept thinking, this is our time. This is exactly when this needs to happen. Yeah. And it didn't happen. And I saw Caleb Farley go next to Tennessee. I think he went 22nd. I think that's fair. Man, it was so close. That was my favorite guy in the draft since the very beginning. I know. And he came so close. And I feel like, and I was telling you this as he was falling to us, I said, I feel like if Farley and Newsome are on the board at the same time, Barry would go Newsome because Newsome looks like a Barry guy.
That's what I was going to ask you right there. It's like, dude, as talented as Farley is, those injuries are a big fucking question mark,
Hey, you can't say that Newsome doesn't have – Newsome has missed 13 games in college. He's also got injuries. That's really the only thing.
I didn't have a chance to even talk to you about this today. Did you hear the news about him this week?
No, tell me more.
This guy's got some horrible luck. So on top of all his injury things, all this shit, the dude gets a false negative a couple days ago on a COVID test. So he can't even attend the draft and wasn't even going to be able to attend the draft with his family. Turns out it was a false negative. So he at least got to attend it with his family. But I mean, geez, man, I wonder if that almost hurt his stock a little more, even though it was false.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Newsome is a Barry guy. The only concern I have for Newsome, there's two, all right, because, I got up on Google as soon as that pick was made, and So I would say there's two concerns moving in. This isn't just my concerns. His ankles. Like they're saying that he just doesn't have the footwork in order to play at an elite level. Yo, that's teachable. Especially that the kid went to Northwestern. It's not like he was getting the best DB coaches. I think he's going to come into this system and do extremely well. But I would also say the injuries for me, like we already have a couple corners that miss time. I hope that this isn't something major, but I think that's also something that curbed my excitement about the pick. However, it's easy to get excited in looking at this offseason as a whole. We got an entire draft ahead of us. We still have 8 picks. I expect us to possibly, as you hinted at, moving up in the second round. However, I think it might be for a guy like Jabril Cox, who I don't necessarily see falling to us at 56 or something. I think that's what we're at.
I want to put on an imaginary Andrew Berry hat right now. Okay. I'm looking at him in the draft room. He's looking like, what's our two, like we had like 3 spots you could really call needs right now on our defense. Okay. You're talking about corner, D-line, and linebacker. Okay. And linebacker is like kind of like, it's a need, but is it a need? You know what I'm saying? Number one. So I think that put them down to corner and D tackle. And I think they looked at it like they were happy with their D-line lineup as is. If this is what it's going to be starting with, I think they could live with it, with our D-line on paper right now. Their secondary, I think they just really wanted a starting corner. When it came to JOK, though, it's like, yeah, he's sliding. But what if he slides to the second? And not to mention, maybe they have a very similar grade with Jabril Cox or somebody else in that linebacker class. You know what I mean? Why would you go ahead? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring reason to it because he wasn't necessarily like my pound on the table. We got to take this guy. But like once we were on the clock and he was there, I got really fucking excited for him. But I just think there's got to be a little bit of logic in the room. Maybe they saw after Newsome, maybe in their opinion, they were seeing a bigger drop off in quality in cornerbacks as opposed to linebackers. And we already know they don't necessarily seem to value the linebacker position quite as much as other teams. So that's where I saw that.
Well, and you talk about trading up to get JOK. I think that would be absolutely amazing. I love this kid. But
if you did, man, I'm freaking jumping off the roof, bro.
I'm a little surprised that you're not the one saying to trade up to get Christian Barmore. Because dude is still there, and he's one of your guys.
He is one of my guys, and I'm down for a trade up too for him. At this point, we have 8 more picks to go. I don't think we have 8 roster spots that need to be filled. We can do some shit in the next couple rounds here.
I feel like
Now's the time to play. Now's the time to play around.
I could see us trade up in day 2 and back in day 3.
Yeah.
And get some picks into 22. I feel like it could be done. And the thing about it is it's smart because you can trade a 4th and a 5th this year for a 3rd or a 4th next year. Like, I feel like that is a possibility there. And so, I don't know. I really like the position we're in right now. I do like how Barry let the draft fall to us, even though my guy was so close. I got to say this because fuck you. Gregory Rousseau went in the 1st round, just like I said he would.
No, I never said you were wrong. I never said you were wrong.
No. I don't even think the guy should be drafted. You should be kicked out of this podcast. Never be allowed to be listened to ever again on any of this because Gregory Rousseau is a monster.
In JV high school football, maybe, dude. I'm just saying, this is the NFL. All we have on the dude is freaking freshman tape. And like, yeah, he got a lot of sacks from the inside playing against ACC schools. Like, come on.
Hey, the guy had 15 and a half sacks. Okay? They didn't all come from the inside. That's a fucking lie, and you need to shut up about that. That's your only go-to when you start knocking this guy. And it's false, dude. You watch this guy's tape, and you cannot tell me it doesn't look special. It doesn't look better than Jason Oweh. Dude,
I'm so happy Baltimore beat that guy, dude. Holy shit. I've been yelling from a rooftop, dude. I did not want him. I did not want Russo. They were both right there, dude. And I know you liked Russo, so I'm not going to beat up on the kid too bad. All right? But I saw both of these guys as busts. And, like...
I hope you're right about Oweh. Let me just say this, because I don't want to go too long on this one.
No, this is only a night one emergency reaction.
I don't know what's better than getting a cornerback in the first like I always wanted, or watching the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens just totally whiff. Like I consider it a huge whiff by both of those teams.
Absolutely agree, dude. Absolutely. And not you missed the other whiff too. They took a great player. Cincinnati, dude.
Yeah.
They did not go O-line, and I think that's going to come back to haunt them because the first thing I thought is like, yeah, they got a great receiver, but fucking Myles Garrett's got a clear path right to your fucking quarterback, dude.
And both teams don't address offense. All three teams don't address offensive line. What are they thinking? They have Clowney and Garrett coming at them this year. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and they lost great edge rushers. Don't get me wrong.
Well, Baltimore just traded away a damn good tackle.
I know. I don't understand.
It's fucking crazy.
It's impossible to understand what was going on in their heads, except, I don't know, like they kept being so first Baltimore kept being told they needed a receiver. I'm not sold that they need a receiver. They need a quarterback that can throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, and that's the trade-off with Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to bash on Lamar too much, but I'm just saying you're going to have weaker receiver numbers when you have a quarterback who's running for fucking 1,300 yards every season.
They just got, like, I thought Elijah Moore was actually a fit for Lamar Jackson. Like, honestly, I thought that was going to be the pick, but they just got another outside guy in which Lamar Jackson's just not going to be able to throw it to the guy. Yeah. Like, that is going to be, like, a huge bust, and that sucks because I think Bateman's a good receiver. I think he will be, and maybe he'll get out of town early and, save his career.
Yeah.
But no wide receiver is going to go into Baltimore and put up 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns unless you're a tight end or one of these scat backs like Elijah Moore.
Yeah, I agree.
And then Pittsburgh went running back. I don't even like. Yeah.
Dude, when they did that, man, I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Najee Harris is a fucking good running back, but like I even saw on Twitter an amazing stat of like year by year, in like a 5-year period, the Steelers went from the number 1 run blocking defense. They just kept on taking steps back to last year. They were the 31st ranked run blocking defense. And it's just like, I don't care who you got back there, dude. You need fucking blockers. And I don't know. I think there's enough. I think, in my opinion, the best running back in this draft didn't even get drafted yet.
Yeah.
So
I would just say Pittsburgh looks the worst in our division right now. Like, I get it with Cincinnati. They should have saved Burrow's ass, but the dude's going to probably get knocked out in week 8 again. But Jamar Chase is special. Like, let's not.
No, yeah.
I really do see like a shorter Randy Moss.
So is Burrow. I'm just saying this as like, and it's weird for me with the Bengals because obviously they're a division rival. I hate the Bengals. I don't want them to do well.